And finally for us tonight, the time crunch facing athletes preparing for next year's Winter Olympics. They include those like Patrick Chan, the reigning national figure skating champion. The 18-year-old is featured as we introduce The Road to Vancouver, a new segment in our Olympic countdown. The story from CTV's Olympic host, Brian Williams.
His fingers glide across the keyboard like blades on ice. Smooth, disciplined, determined. It's the same approach Patrick Chan takes in his figure skating. The seemingly ordinary Canadian teenager with extraordinary talent.
Who would not want to do this? You know, at my age, you know, kids that are still in high school, they're in school, they're doing homework. So for someone like me to be able to do stuff like this is really, really a lot of fun, and I feel fortunate.
With his athletic style and sharp edges, he's carved a name for himself in Canadian figure skating history. He is the youngest ever to win the senior men's championships at only age 17. And along with the medals, he's captured the hearts and hopes of Canadians for gold in 2010.
But I think Patrick has very specific goals for himself, and I do believe that one of those goals is to be remembered within our sport.
I've known Patrick ever since he's been a young little pre-novice, and he's always been, even though he was little, he has been much older and much more mature than his years.
And Patrick will never forget the man who first stoked his passion for figure skating, his mentor and longtime coach Osborne Colson, himself a Canadian figure skating legend. An odd pairing it seemed, an age gap of 75 years, the crusty old coach teaching the young whiz kid.
I owe everything to him because without it, I would just be a regular kid.
It was here, at Toronto's venerable Granite Club, where Colson molded the mind and moves of a future champion, and where the old master and his young protege dreamed together of Vancouver 2010. Colson vowed he'd be around to help Patrick on his Olympic journey, but he passed away 3 years ago. Patrick was at his bedside and promised he would skate his very best for him in Vancouver. The greatest inspiration in Patrick Chan's glide for glory. On the road to Vancouver, I'm Brian Williams.